يلا بسم الله. So Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today inshallah we are talking about solving the equation involving the absolute value. You know what is the meaning of the absolute value?
Yes.
Yes, what is the meaning of the absolute value? Please
The
don't say
absolute-
that one that convert from negative to positive.
No,
Don't say
the
that.
absolute value is how much you need to reach zero. As an example, if you have negative 10 in an absolute value, that means you need 10 to reach zero.
Yes, that's okay.
So absolute value is the distance from zero in the number line.
Yes. The absolute value of any number is the distance from any number to zero, or the distance between zero and any number. So if you have a number line like that, and we have 0 at the middle, so the distance from 0 to positive 5 is 5 units, and the distance from 0 to negative 5 is
Negative
5 units, not negative 5. Anything measurable must be positive. There is nothing measurable with negative. Can I say that your age is negative 10 years?
No.
Anything
No.
measurable must be positive. So we use the absolute value to convert. We use it to convert the positive, the positive to be positive and the negative to be positive.
Positive.
But the meaning of the absolute value is the distance from 0 to any number. So that is the main idea. So when I say that, suppose that we have a number here inside the absolute value, and the answer now equals 5. The distance from 0 to this number is 5 units. So what is the value of this number? The distance. That is the meaning. That's how to translate this one. How to read in the convert the mathematical. Alaykum salam. How you can convert the mathematical expression to the verbal expression. So to convert this one, you can say that the distance from the distance, the absolute value, or what is the meaning of the absolute value? Convert the mathematical expression to the verbal one, to the English word that we can understand it. So the distance from 0 to any number is 4 units. What is this number?
4.
Negative 4 or
So this number could be 4, or this number could be negative 4. So when I say the absolute value of any number is equals 4, so it means which page?
The book number.
I don't know the book.
We don't
I'm not
use the
using the book. You just that is the 5th week. It means we pass 1 month, and that is the 5th week, the first week of the second book. I'm not using the book, wallah. You can just open the index and check what is which one is the solving the equation.
107.
Okay. The absolute value of 4. It's mean. Please leave the book. Leave the book, because after 2 minutes, when I ask you to solve, you say, please, can you repeat it? Because I didn't understand. So please listen to what I'm saying. Then when I ask you to use the book, wallahi, I will ask you.
Okay.
Not asking you to use the book.
Okay, sir.
So when I ask you, when I say that the absolute value of any expression equals 4, that means this expression could be equals 4 or negative 4. So that would be the same. You could have not minus 4, negative 4.
Negative 4.
Okay. So when I say the absolute value of x minus 3 is equals 5, it means the expression between the absolute value, which is x minus 3, could be equals 5, or x minus 3 could be equals negative 5. You understand it? Whatever the expression that you have inside the absolute value, it will be one positive value and the other is negative value. What if I say that the absolute value of expression is equal to negative 3? How we can solve that?
X minus 3 equal negative 3. Absolute value of x.
We said we will still take it outside the absolute value. Equal negative 3.
Then x equal negative 3 plus 3.
I didn't ask you for solving. When I say the absolute value of x equals 5, I said that the x is equals 5 or x equal negative 5. Now what if I say that the absolute value of x minus 3 equal negative 3?
X minus 3 equal 3.
And the other one is x minus 3 equal 3?
Equal 3.
One of them 3, one of them -3, or 3 only, or -3 only?
They're both.
Both of them?
So x minus 3 equal 3, x minus 3 equal -3.
Both of them, that's what I'm saying now. Both of them?
Yes.
Are you agree about
Yes,
that?
No.
Mister, I'm confused.
Confused?
No, because we're looking at the x. We're not looking at the.
Since it's an
So
absolute
leave the book
value,
and you will understand. Huh? Leave
Sir,
the
it
book.
was
That's
Ali
what I'm
Rasan.
saying now. That's what I'm saying when I ask you.
It was
When you
Ali
ask me about
Rasan.
them.
Sir, it was Ali Rasan. It wasn't
Ali
Ali
Rasan?
Abbas.
All of Ali by this way. Ali, just 1 minute, I will explain this one again. My question is, just 1 minute, I'm explaining. The absolute value of x minus 3 equal -3. Then x minus 3 equal 3 and x minus 3 equal -3. This one is right or wrong?
wrong.
If you go back to the previous one, when I say the absolute value of x minus 5 is equals 4, we said that x minus 5 equals 4 or x minus 5 equals -4. That's what I'm saying now. That whatever the expression inside the absolute value, it will be positive value of 4 and negative value of 4. So what if I say that x minus 3 equals -3? This one will be right or wrong?
It'll be wrong.
Why?
Wait, both are correct. Both are correct.
Just 1 minute,
It's
please.
correct.
Just 1
Should be
minute.
wrong.
Just one. It's correct. Halas. If you agree about that's correct, halas. Just stay, please. There's someone say this one is wrong. Why this one is wrong? Even what you are saying is right or wrong, I will accept that.
Mister, if you get the absolute value, you can't have a negative number.
That
So
is the
wrong.
answer. It's mean this one is wrong, 100% wrong. The absolute value, the answer of the absolute value must be positive number.
Yes.
So when you say that the absolute value is equal to -3,
It's wrong.
it's wrong. What if I say the absolute value of x minus 3 equals 0?
Isn't it going to be right because it's not negative or positive?
So what are the answer that I will get now? How can I solve it?
Undefined maybe, or
Give me all of the answer that you know. Huh?
X plus 3 equals 0.
X minus 3, not plus,
minus-
x minus 3 equals 0. Can
That's
we
X
say
minus-
x equal -0?
No,
Why no?
there is no such thing.
There is nothing. There is nothing is called
Zero is
-0.
neutral. Zero is
So
neutral.
Okay, so this one is right or wrong?
correct.
Right.
Zero positive.
Correct?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's correct.
It's correct.
Correct.
If you say it's wrong, please give me the reason. Right? Okay. This statement is right. So we can find from the absolute value 0 or any positive number. I just add some points. When I say it's only positive, okay, we just find the positive. Then I make one of them is negative. So the answer, if the answer is negative, it means there is no solution. But when the absolute value, the value of the absolute value is equal to 0, it means we have only one solution because 0 is not positive, not negative. So the answer of the absolute value is more than or equal 0. The answer of the absolute value is more than or equal to 0. It could be 0 or positive number, but it couldn't be negative number. Whatever the value that you will get from the absolute value, it must be 0 or positive number, starting from 0 and more. You understand it?
Yes.
So can you repeat it again?
Again, for this one, the answer that you will find from the absolute value, whatever the absolute value. Please, if you are. Hello? If you don't have the handset, please. Wallah, I can stay one session without using the handset. Wallah, no one will stay inside that class. It will make an echo. Wallahi, no one will be able to open the mic. And even it will not open the speaker. So please, if you are not using the mic, please use it. The absolute value, the answer of the absolute value of any expression, whatever the expression that we have here, it could be 0, It could be positive, but it couldn't be negative. So when you have any expression is equal to 0, so to solve this equation, you can say that this expression is equal to 0. If you have any expression is a positive value, so it will be this expression is equal positive or negative, the answer that you find. When you have any expression is a negative, it means there is no solution. Again, to solve this one, how we can understand that? Now we need to evaluate the expression. Evaluate the expression, it's mean by using substitution. The absolute value of m plus 6 minus 14 is we need to find it if m equals 4. What is the meaning of that? Just replace m with 4. So how we can solve it? Just instead of m, I will replace it with 4. So it will be the absolute value of 4 plus 6 minus 14. So what is the answer for this one?
Absolute value 10
minus.
The absolute value of 10 minus 14. What is the answer for the absolute value of 10?
minus 4.
Minus 4.
It will be 10 minus 14, which equals to negative 4. Negative 4. Farhan. Farhan.
Yes.
Negative
Yes,
4. Negative 4. Okay. Please. Now we need to refine the value of evaluate the expression when x is equals to. Just replace x and replace it with 2. So how we can solve it?
23 minus
23 minus 3 minus 4 times 2. We are solving the absolute value like the brackets. We have to solve the operation inside the absolute value at the first, then solve outside. We are dealing at the parentheses.
It will be
So
3,
solve
23 minus absolute value 3 minus 8,
which equals
which will equal 23 minus 11.
Minus 5.
Wait, minus 5, but then you change it to 5.
okay.
Negative
So
5.
3 minus 8 is negative 5. Outside the absolute value, it will be positive 5. Leave the negative. Negative, this one is outside the absolute value. So it will not affect anything inside. Only the answer that we find from the absolute value is equals to 5. You understand this point?
Yeah.
Is that clear? Did anyone didn't understand this one? Okay. So 23 minus 5 is equals 18. Any problem for this one?
Again, please.
Which
No.
one? You remember the order of operation?
Yeah.
Okay, just the first step that we have to solve the multiplication at the first. After solving multiplication, it becomes 8. So now 3 minus 8 equals?
3 minus 8 equals negative 5.
So negative 5. Negative 5 to go outside the absolute value. It will be?
5.
The absolute value will convert anything to be positive. Okay?
Okay.
So now how we can solve and graph the solution? How we can solve and graph the solution? We have the absolute value of f plus 5 equals 17. We said if you have the absolute value of x equals 4, it's mean the expression inside the absolute value could be equals 4 positive or negative 4. So whatever the expression that you have for the absolute value, it will be positive or negative, the value which lies outside the absolute value. But that's only if the value is positive. If the value is 0, so it will be equal 0. If the value is negative, it means has no solution. So now we have a positive value outside the absolute value. So it will be, we have two cases. The first one, f plus 5 is equals to positive 17 or
f plus 5,
f plus 5 is equals to negative 17. Now we need to solve by shifting 5 to the other side by subtracting 5.
12.
Subtracting 5. So f is equals to 12. And f for the second one is equals?
Negative 7. Negative 22.
Negative 22. How we can represent on the number line? How we can represent? That is by drawing the number line. That is 0 at the middle. Negative 22. So negative 22. And circle the point. And positive 12. And circle the point. You understand it?
That's it.
If you are not
You said
using the
that's it?
mic, please close the mic. If you are not using the mic, close the mic. If you are not using the mic, close the mic. Best.
Mr.
It's easy.
Faisal.
I didn't ask for who's do it, but please, if you are
Mr.
not using the
Islam,
mic, close the mic.
Mr. Islam, in your opinion, which is the best way to plot data? You know, like is it a line plot or graph? Like which type of data? Like which type of graph is best to plot data?
Which
like does it
data?
depend on the data, or like is there
Which
like
data? Which data?
any data? Like which is the best way to like represent any data? Like
this in our lesson today.
Like overall, what do you think is the best way to represent data?
It's depend on the data. That is number one. But this one in our lesson today.
Yeah.
This one in our lesson.
No, I'm asking you. I'm just asking a question.
So please don't stop me when I'm explaining anything. Please don't stop me when I'm explaining anything to ask me about anything not related to the topic. Please. I have a problem, Allah, with this. Yeah, you know that I have some problems when I'm explaining.
Okay.
When you are doing anything and I'm explaining, then you ask me, I didn't understand. This is because I will ask you one question. Can you repeat what I'm saying? If you repeat it, Wallah, I will explain it 100 times. It's mean that you are, Wallah, no problem for me to repeat it 100 times. But when I ask you to repeat what I'm saying and you didn't repeat, it's mean that you was doing anything and I will not repeat it. Even one time. Halas. Because you are not concentrate and I will not. Point number
I just
two.
had a doubt. It just came into my mind.
Listen,
That's why
please.
I wanted to...
Listen, please. Listen.
Okay, sorry. You continue.
Anything related to, not related to my topic, not affecting my topic today, I can solve it. Halas? Anything not related to my topic, I can solve it. So don't ask me a question that I can solve it. Question number two, what if? Yani, don't think about what if. If you have a question related to this topic at any book, alhamdulillah, I can solve it.
Okay.
Plus, what if you imagine a question? I don't have, my ability is lower than your ability, so I can solve the question in your mind. So I know that you are a genius, so please. So I have some problems about that. Please just focus to solve. It's easy. If you have any question related to this topic from any book, just give me the question and I will solve it. And I will explain it. Whatever the topic that we are solving, alhamdulillah, just give me the question and I will solve it. In the topic itself. Okay? But to go from topic to shift from topic to another one, wallahi, I don't believe in that. Halas? Alhamdulillah. Anything related to solving equation today, I will solve it.
Yes.
So again, for this one, number four, the absolute value of y plus 2 is equals 4. The absolute value of y plus 2 equals 4. How we solve it?
We have to take the 2 to the right side.
Without taking 2
y
before.
plus 2 equals...
Just one minute. Without taking 2 to the other side, at the first, you need to remove the absolute value. The condition to remove the absolute value is that you have 2 solutions. One of them is positive and the other one is negative. So to solve 2 solutions, y plus 2 is equals 4 or y plus 2 equals negative 4. That's step number 1. Remove the absolute value or take the expression inside the absolute value, outside the absolute value. Then solve the equation. So how we solve it? That's plus 2 it will be?
Yes.
So minus 2
plus 2.
No, not plus 2. That's minus 2. It will be shifted to the other side also minus 2. So y is equals
2.
Or
and negative
6.
Negative 6. To graph on the number line. That is the number line that we have. So that's 0. That's negative 6. And that's 2. And that's negative 6 and that's 2. Any problem? Yes.
Mr. Can you repeat the part, like how did you find 2 and negative 6?
Solving equation, just shift 2 to the other side, it was positive, it becomes negative. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2 is positive.
Okay.
If you shift it to the other side, it will be negative. So solving equation, it's normal way for solving equation. Negative 4 minus 2 is equal to negative 6.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Welcome. Again, for number 5, how we solve it?
Remove the.
You first
Sir, can I solve?
solve it.
Remove
You
the
first find the absolute value. Yeah, you find the
So-
absolute value.
Then
B minus 1 equals to
B,
negative
B
3
minus 1
or
equals negative
B
3.
minus 1 equals
Negative 3.
3
Negative
3
3.
and B
And
minus 1.
B minus
Then B
1
minus
equals negative 3.
3.
Negative 3.
then you
And
so B
you
plus
B
1
equals 4.
plus 4
B equals 4 and the other one B equals
Negative 2.
4.
Negative 2 and B
Negative
equals
2.
4. So the solution is 4 and negative
Yeah,
2.
and then
Is that right?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
what
The absolute value is negative. What is the meaning of solving? What is the meaning of solving equation?
oh my god
What is the meaning of solving equation? My question, what is the meaning of solving equation? Hey,
Mr.
you know what it,
Solving an equation is finding the variable that will help to equalize the statement.
yes, find the value of the variable which makes the left-hand side is equal to right-hand side, or find the value of the variable which satisfies the equation or the relation that we have, even if this relation is equation or inequality. Is that right? That is the meaning of solving equation. That's right. Is it right?
Yes.
Shabab, please give me any response, please. So if we go back,
yeah
Yeah.
if I replace now f with 12,
Yes,
can you
sir.
replace f with 12? It will be the absolute value of 12 plus 5. Is that equal to 17? Is that equal to 17? Yes or no?
Basically, your voice is breaking. I can't understand you.
Yeah, mister, I
Yes.
can't hear you.
12
everyone's lagging
Can you hear me
yes
by
yes
this?
yes, why
Can you hear me
can't
now? Lagging or what? You are the only
no,
session
it's
that I
fine.
have lagging in. Wallah, you are the only one.
No, you're
I'm teaching six
agree.
classes, and you are the only one who said that there is a lag. Only your session?
Mister, we're special. We're special.
Shows us symptoms.
I don't know yani, the problem.
yeah, we
Mister,
are
we're
special.
special.
Wait.
Again for this
Mister,
one.
your
Yes.
voice is your voice is fine. It's just your camera's a bit laggy, but like that does not matter though.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, there's no lag. I didn't experience any lag.
If there is any lag, I will see the message here.
Okay.
But there is no message. Okay. So now if I replace f with 12, it means the absolute value of 12 plus 5 is equal to 17. Is it right? This relation is right or wrong?
Yes, it's right. Correct.
It's right.
Right.
It's correct. If I replace f with negative 22 plus 5, is that equal to 17? This relation is right or wrong?
Wrong.
How wrong? How wrong?
But there's the absolute value. So
There
when
is
you
absolute value.
yeah. So when
Outside the absolute value, it would be
it will be 22
positive.
plus 5.
So
Yeah,
it will
positive.
be
22 plus 5. It will be 27.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Solve the equation, solve the operation
22 plus
inside.
5.
Ya Farhan.
Negative 17. It's true.
Farhan.
True.
خلاص يبقى Farhan. Solve the operation at the first, then until you find a number. Suppose that we have absolute value of 2x is 2 times 5 minus 4 plus 17 minus 2 to the power 3 plus 8. Solve this operation until you find a number, then convert this number to be positive or 0. You understand it?
Okay.
So don't convert
Okay.
each separate number to be positive.
Yes.
Solve the operation, then the final answer that you find, only one number. If this number is positive, so write it as a positive value. If this number is negative, so write it as a positive value. If this number is 0, write it as 0. Is that any
Positive
problem for this?
as positive. Okay.
Okay. Only remove the 0.
Yeah.
Only
No.
sorry, only remove
No,
the
mister.
negative. Only remove the negative. خلاص? So for this one, negative 22 and
Okay.
5
Okay.
is negative 17.
Okay.
Outside the absolute value, it will be
Islam.
positive 17. Not yes. Yes? No response.
For 3 and 4, shouldn't we graph it?
We
Shouldn't we
shouldn't
graph it
graph?
differently?
Sorry? Sorry?
No, shouldn't we graph it differently? They both need to be the same amount from 0, right?
Which is same amount of 0? This one?
Yes, this one, 3 and 4.
That's expression. That's expression. It's not F. I didn't say F.
Yeah, but the answer needs to
I
be the
didn't
same
say
amount from 0.
I didn't say F. I didn't say F. I say F plus 5. F plus 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you choose here 4, so the absolute value of 4 minus 1, is that equal to negative 3?
No.
Why no? If you choose negative
No.
2, negative 2 minus 1, is that equal to negative 3?
No.
Why no? Because the answer
No.
of the absolute value must be positive or 0.
Positive, not negative.
Not negative. When you find that the absolute value of p minus 1 is equal to negative 3, it means there is no solution. There is no value for the variable which makes the left-hand side equal to the right-hand side, because the answer of the absolute value must be positive or 0. 0 or more. If you are not using the mic, switch off the mic. If you are not using the mic, close the mic. If you are not using the mic, please. 3n minus 4 equals negative 1.
Minus negative 1.
No solution.
Sorry?
No solution.
No solution. Why no solution?
The negative 1.
Negative.
The answer for the absolute value is negative 1.
Negative.
Okay.
Sir, if it was positive 1, how do we solve it?
We solve
One
simply.
positive, one negative.
No, if it was
We-
positive, how do we solve this kind of equation?
One positive, one negative. 3n minus 4 equal 1, or 3n minus 4 equals negative 1. Now we have two equations. Solve the first one and solve the second one.
Okay.
Solving equation.
Yes.
So the temperature of an enclosure of a pit of snack should be about 80. About it means it's not exact value. It could be increased or decreased. Given or give or take 5 degrees. Find the maximum and the minimum temperature.
X.
What is the meaning of that? I didn't ask you for an equation. For writing equation, we know how to write the equation now.
Right. So the temperature can be.
What is the maximum temperature that we can make it for the pit of snack?
585.
What is the meaning of 80 degrees given take or take?
We
I
add
said
5.
about add 5 or
Subtract 5.
yes. So the maximum will be
85.
the minimum will be
Minimum
75.
5.
75.
any problem for this one?
75.
No.
Okay. Now we need to write an equation. If you remember the first question, I give you the equation. I give you the Okay. When I finish, I will open the mic. خلاص, grade 9 inshallah, we'll close the mic like grade 4. If you want to say anything, you can just write in the chat. خلاص? So, write an equation involving the absolute value for the graph. If you remember the first one, when I say the absolute value of x minus 4 equal 3, we said we'll solve it with two ways. X minus 4 equal 3 or x minus 4 equals negative 3. Then solving by adding 4, then x is equals 7 or x is equals 1. So the solution now would be 1 and 7. So if you graph, that will be here will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will shade 1 and 7. That would be the solution. Now I will give you the graph and I'm asking you about to write the formula or to write the equation. How you can do it. Step number one, please listen carefully for this one. Listen carefully. There is a steps. You have to memorize it. You have to know how to the steps to write the equation. If you remember the equation, that we say the absolute value of x minus 4 equal 3. Step number one, what are the two solutions that we have? The two solutions that we have, 1 and 7. Add the two solutions, then divide it by 2. It means find the average, find the arithmetic mean, find the mean of the two numbers. So it will be 4. Then that's 4. What is the distance from 4 to 1 or from 4 to 7? It's 3 units. So the equation now will be x minus the average is equal to the distance. Again, for this one, all what I have to do, I will say x minus, what is the average? Which is 4, is equal, what is the distance from 4 to 7? Is equal 3. So again, I will solve 8 by this way. What are the two numbers that I have? I have 11 and 19. All what I have to do just to find the two numbers. What are the two solutions that I have? I have 11 and 19. Add them and divide it by 2. So step number 1, find the average. So what is the sum? It will be 30. Divided by 2 equals 15. So the equation now will be the absolute value of x minus 15 is equals. That's 15. What is the distance from 15 to 19? Number 1, find the average. Number 2, find the distance. What is the distance? It's 4 units. So the absolute value of x minus 15 equals 4. And that's how we can write the equation. If you didn't understand it, please raise your hand. If you didn't understand this question, please raise your hand. Faisal, what is the problem? Because I will open the mic one by one to know where is the
Mister,
noise.
I didn't understand like the part before this.
Which part?
The first one when you solve it the first time.
Which one? The first part, that's the previous. That's we solve it at the beginning.
Yeah.
But that we solve it. So that is the
Yeah,
second
that's
part. Leave the first part. This one, my question about number 8. You understand how we solve number 8?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Mustafa, what is the question?
Mister, can you repeat this question again?
Can you repeat again what I'm saying now? Huh? Can you repeat? What are the rules? I said there is only 2 steps. Step number 1, step number 2. What is step number 1? Step number 1? Mustafa.
Yes, can I say step number 1?
Yeah, Shabab, there is someone is asking me. Is that right? My question, if you didn't understand, raise your hand. That's my question. خلاص? because now we are in like grade 4, exactly 100% like grade 4. I'm closing the mic for grade 4 because there is a lot of noise. They can't control themselves. They leave the mic open and there is a lot of noise beside them. So if you have any question, please raise your hand. Number 8, is there any problem? What is the problem in number 8? And I will repeat it. What is the problem? No problem. It means that you can solve question number 9. So who can solve question number 9? If you can solve question number 9, please raise your hand. If you can solve. Abu Ghandar? Abu Ghandar?
Yes.
Yes.
So for it, we have the 2 high points, which are 17 and 27.
So the first one?
We're going to find the average by summing 17 and 27, dividing them by 2.
By 2, so the answer now will be?
17, 27,
22, 44.
44. So, okay, yeah. So it's 22.
22. So the equation now will be?
So the equation now will be x.
The absolute value?
Yes, minus 22.
X minus 22. Now we need to find the equal. What is the equal? Equal to the distance. What is the distance from? What is the distance from 17 to anyone? Because it's like it lies at the middle. If you go to the right or going to the left, you will find the same distance. So how many units?
It's 5.
It's a 5. That's the equation. So number 2, the distance equals 5. I think that's easy. If you know the formula, you will be able to solve. If you don't know the formula, you will not be able to solve. Okay. So question number, let's evaluate. So please, no need now to raise your hand, start solving. I need you to solve the question number 1, 2, and 3, then send it to me.